Game.
Gru. Hello world, what is up? I am the Game Gru and welcome back to episode 2 of Pathologic. Last time we found out that Simon Kain, the man we came to this town to meet so that we could find out how he lived forever, was murdered. Tragically. And we need to figure out why. Before I just walk off in a random direction, let me just make sure we're going to the correct spot. We were not. We gotta go talk to Maria. Right. Yes. So we are gonna go talk to the Maria lady. She's gonna tell us who done killed our research subject. Those meanies. What is this mansion then? This is where Victor lives, the younger of the three. I was also supposed to talk to him, I believe. Was I supposed to talk to him first? Yeah, let's go talk to him first. Aw, dang it. So much traveling in this game. Too much walking. Especially when you walk by the doors and then decide to go in them later. That's just bad. I'm just doing a perimeter check before I head in. Alright, no, this is where I went. I just left this place. Oh, that's my bad. I gotta turn around a little bit. That's Simon's. I don't quite understand unless they're the same interiors. I swear I went into that one before. But okay, we're gonna go talk to Maria. That's it. There's 3 mansions. There's only 2 people left alive. So we talked to Georgie. Now we can talk to
There's more life
nipple
in me
lady.
that can be lived.
Emo lady. Now listen closely. The time for collusion, secrets, and alliances has come. I am going to ask something of you. I am not used to that. I am used to holding the reins. But you are not harnessed, so it would be unacceptable to address you in this manner. I find solace in the fact that my request will be welcome with you. It fits the style of your venture. Okay. My job is no venture. I hope it never becomes one. Yes, you'd be. I don't take kindly to orders. Yeah, no, I don't want my... Alright, I apologize if my words come across as mangled and silly. I am truly not used to asking, but the nature of my request demands complete and selfless humility. Just imagine me begging and kneeling, and believe me, I do feel that way. I can be a creepy dude, or I can just be professional. Nah, my heart is smitten by that Eva lady. What did you want to talk about? Today's death was the first, but it won't be the last. Simon has opened the score of irreplaceable victims. Soon their numbers will multiply. I beg you to preserve the lives of several people when the lines of their fortune cross yours. Before any of them dies, there will be a moment when you will be able to intervene. I know this for a fact. Okay. Who are these people? That doesn't matter. What was destined to happen will happen. You can be whatever you want to be. Don't move your neck like that, please. Stop whatever you're doing. Stop. Hey, lady. Lady, look at me. Close enough. No, you can be whatever you want to be, but not a coward choosing to hear no evil and run away from reality. I will give you a list of those I know. These people are bound to you. Bound? There is a tight spring of power within each of these people. Each of them can break the routine of human existence and become something greater. They are standing on the verge of their humanity, gazing into the realm where they could serve a different, higher purpose, without even knowing it. Moreover, they are bound to make the leap in one way or another. That is why we simply call them the bound. But how is their fate bound to mine? Did you say that my victory depended on them? How? I don't know. I'm not a mistress yet. The future is not as clear to me as I would prefer, but I can feel the present. I can already distinguish a dubious guess from the pulse of the precise knowledge devoid of words and images. Whoa, say that 5 times fast. These people are bound to. Your lives are connected. I wouldn't have asked you to take care of them otherwise. Oh, are you clairvoyant? Yeah. Yes. You haven't been told. Sorry. Yes. Just gave me flashbacks to Morrowind, and this game feels a lot like Morrowind. You haven't been told, have you? It didn't even cross my mind that someone may be unaware of my ability. No one here dares doubt them, for they are evident. Yes, the mistress of every ruling house possesses special abilities. I am learning to see the future and transform the present. This fact offers your words a different degree. Yeah, I'm a doctor. I don't believe in those types of phenomena. Will you comply with my request? Will you save the lives of the people I name to you? Answer me before going back to Eva. Well, how does she know? How did you... Alright, if it's truly within my power, how do you know that Eva had asked me to come back? No, Maria, I need to go to the capital as soon as possible. I will always follow my principles. Yeah, I'll save their lives. I don't see what's... Oh, great. We gotta save the Kains. We gotta save Andriy Stemetin, Peter Stemetin, Maria Kana, Eva Yan, and Mark Immortel. The Kains, the Stematins. I believe that's her. The Kains again, Yan, and Mark Immortel. Alright. We'll save those people. Is that all you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, Mother. Why can't you be here with us?
Ugh. We, the Kains, have always been out of touch with mundane reality, but we are driven by love. Love can be furious, funny, and blind, but there's never a need to make excuses for it, is there? And what exactly did you see in that dream of yours, the one that had to do with me? Yeah, I don't really want to talk to you right now. I'm done. We're out. Peace. Let's go. Boom. Ugh. Not these bastards again. What do you want to talk to me about this time? You. The town is small and rather unexceptional, isn't it? But there are all kinds of people here. The simple folk and the more remarkable ones. The former will tell you more than they know. The latter know way more than they're ever going to let out. Keep a close eye on them. Your victory depends on it. My victory of what? And who are these remarkable people? There are 20-something of them, easily distinguished by their lodgings or their presence. They are called many names. The Bound, we just learned about that. The Fated, okay. The Adherents, the Gobus Tagular, the Town's Circle. Simon preferred their company to any other. Why? Because it is they that will decide the fate of this town. Don't be distracted by the fact that some of them look insignificant or disreputable. They will earn their worth. You just give them time. They're the most important joints of the town. Why are you telling me this? Each day one of them will try death by the tooth. Each will put their life at risk, and each one that dies is important. Some of them may take the keys to victory to the grave. Mind that the keys are yours while the grave is theirs. Others will do the opposite. Don't waste your chance to contend someone who may get in your way. Oh, okay, so I'm going to have to choose whether people live or die, and choosing death might be beneficial in some cases. How do you know what is helpful and what gets in the way? Okay, alright. Dropping you more hints would be cheating. Shutting up now. No, give me all the hints, man! Cheap book. Allow me to conclude then. Each bound you save will influence the finale of your adventure. Each of them has their own goals and motives. It may so happen that those who seek a different ending survive, and then, well, you've been warned. Okay, I'll take that into account. I think I'm gonna live. You there? What do you have to say? You're gonna tell me about thirst? Thirst is solved by drinking water, maybe? There's something in particular we feel the urge to warn you about. When you speak to the bound, please choose your words carefully. Do not worry. You will easily be able to make out what kind of person is standing before you, an observant man that you are. So use that skill when dealing with the bound. Some of them are indeed worth insulting, whereas others need to be treated with the utmost respect. Decisions count in this game. I hate it when decisions count. I have no idea what you're talking about. Every line you utter will have consequences. News spreads rapidly around here. If you spoil your reputation in one place, you'll have to reap what you have sown in another. Restore your good name in the south, and you will receive a warmer welcome in the north. They will heed every word you say, and you will be rewarded. Not by means of money. No, just good. Thanks. Wait, what? That's it? Talk to me again. No? Okay, cool. Bounds. Victor. What next? Victor is on the left. We talked Georgie Kain, Simon Kain's brother. Victor. Oh, there's three. There are 3 Kains. Simon, Victor, Georgie, and then there's Maria. Damn it. Sorry, I got distracted. This is where Victor lives. And then... So many people to keep track of. Okay, so I didn't talk to this dude. Or I did talk. I swear I was in here. I swear is he the one that told me to talk to Georgie?
I fear that
Oh,
Simon's
yeah.
death is a symbolic event.
Which is to say he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. I have agreed to help you. May I ask why? The killer's goals seem to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who've been waging war against my work for years. The powers that be. I want to solve a puzzle. Yes. When was Simon last seen? He sent Isidor home. Then an hour later, he came to this hall to see us. He announced his plans to withdraw to the focus and received no one. He told us not to approach the focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Then in the morning, he was found dead. Okay. Are you abound? Is that because your name was on the list? Am I supposed to be watching your expression? Are you lying to me? Am I supposed to be paying attention to what they do with their faces? The servants discovered him in the morning. The room had been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted, his spine broken, I think. No one has touched the body. It is currently inside the focus and will remain there for the prescribed amount of time. What is this focus place? It's hard to explain. It's a study, if you will, an extraordinarily spacious, creative laboratory, almost perfectly sealed off, except for the door that was visible at all times, metaphorically speaking. What? How is it visible at all? It's like an equation, or a mirror puzzle. Anyway, the murderer could not have been hiding there, take my word for it. Well, Simon did get in there somehow. He could perform far more impressive feats. There's a reason why my whole town revered him. Did Simon exist at all? Alas, yes he did. It's not that I would benefit from his death. Alas, for that would be too simple of an explanation. Simon well and truly did exist. That is exactly what left everyone in disarray. It was so hard for them to accept his existence that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. What? For that would be too simple. Simon well and truly did exist. That is exactly what. It was so hard for them to accept his existence that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. What do you want from me then? Just take a look around, trust your intuition, do whatever you like, speak to whoever you feel the need to, look for the murderer doctor, and you will find them. Keep looking till the last breath. I'm sure your rational thinking will help you. So Isidor is the only lead, eh? That guy. How can I find him? I'll show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them even being a person. I fear it could only be fate, wearing the guise of a mysterious monster. I don't believe in fate. Alright, we gotta go here. This is where the dude lives. That's so far away. It's adventure time. Adventure time. Map. I wonder if that's gonna assume there's no quick travel. Can't read books in this game. Alright, let's go. Explore. Explore the world that we are in. Let's talk to this dude. See what random people have to say in this game. Hey, you! Anything I can do for you? Yes, I'd be much obliged if you help me learn how to get around your town. There's more than one town here. The first one is called the Bulb Project. The second one, the offspring of the project, is the districts. I mean, that's the residential part itself. Not so long ago, the town also dropped anchor across the river, but I wouldn't go so far as to call that part of District 2. It's just the polyhedron. What's inside the polyhedron? Nothing really. Children like to play there, I guess, but they say it's perfectly empty, bare as the palm of your hand. What could there be inside such a monstrosity? I find it unbelievable that it's still standing at all. I'd never let my children enter the damn thing, ever. Alright, so you've never actually been there? The kids don't like it when we grown-ups try to visit them in the polyhedron. Not like there's anything special in there. Why would anyone want to even climb that thing? Why do you call the town the district? Well, it just sort of came to be that way. The gullet and the guzzle the Gorkon's tributaries. Divide the town into 3 parts. Each of them consists of many separate courtyards, so that may be the reason. What? Okay, well, yeah, that's alright. Lots of textual data dumping to be had. Let's talk to this drunk guy. He's floundering around. Looks like Justin Timberlake. Anything I can do for you? I'd be much obliged if you help me learn how to... I already asked that. Tell me about what is the termitory? The warehouse is a district. What is a termitory? 2 massive buildings in the eastern part of Earth. The termitory marks the district's border. Found that there is only the abattoir and then the steppe itself. People do not belong there. Why? Well, they just don't. It's not a people's place, but someone has to work there, right? Some folk do. The steppe people, the butchers. That's way outside your area of expertise. All right. Thank you. It's nice talking to you. We're going to ignore these twins. Creepy twins. And we're going to head off into, what is this? The cathedral. This is where Eva lives. Town theater, town hall, shelter. We're going to head in this direction. And I'll let you know if anything interesting happens. I'll bring you out. Let's go. See you soon. What? Okay. That's not creepy at all. How is this even standing? How is that even physically possible? Alright, here we are at the lovely house. He's got some guards, I guess. A foul murder occurred here this night. No unauthorized access allowed. Inspecting the crime scene is strictly forbidden until further notice. What? Who was killed? Well, you are not a local, sir, so you're unlikely to understand the lawsuits. Oh, no! Isidor Burakh is dead, too? Well, I hope it wasn't him that killed Simon. A great surgeon, a benefactor to us all, and an all-around skilled doc. An outstanding man, beloved and well-respected by us locals. Does it really always have to be the very best? What a foul time to live in. I knew him. Whoever killed our doc must surely be looking to get us all killed. Isidor could cure anything. He also knew how to make cuts or incisions because he was a warden. He knew his lines all right. Like I said, it all makes sense. Whoever killed Simon took Isidor's life too. And this is merely the beginning. What makes you think the 2 cases are connected, eh? He's just gruff. He's just stern look staring right at me. Well, who would have the heart to attack such men? If you had asked me yesterday, I would have told you no one would dare inflict such an ugly wound on this town. But if there is someone, it has to be just that. Someone. Although it looks fishy if you ask me, that thing was no man. That's what I think. That thing? See, this murderous deal is all mysterious. There was a talon stuck in the victim's chest. Go ahead, bend your arm at the elbow, good sir. Yeah, like that. Here you go. That's how long it was. It broke off. There was dust on the floor, for the deceased had been a renowned step walker, and the dust was all covered in hoof steps and like traces of sharp bone, I guess. As if someone was using a walking stick round there. I'm telling you, it's her. The Shabnakider, the clay man-eater. I want to inspect the building. We've been assigned to this post by Alexander, the head of the Saburov family. His house is in decline right now, but it's still powerful and very much respected. For it is... Sorry, no, that's not the one. For it is they that have been responsible for maintaining worldly order and of public safety of the town since the olden days. Please kindly address your concerns to him. There's your rod. You must take that road up there and get to the cape. And as for me, I'm not authorized to let you in. You should have said ho so from the side. Alright, I gotta go to the rod. Thank you, sir. You have anything else to say? Look, there's no place for you to be. Could you kindly leave? Feeling this and time is rough. I'm doing my job. You do yours, man. Come on. Alright. More traveling. travel in another giant circle. Because everything's gated in. Alright. This looks like where we need to be. I love how the mail slots are high enough. Hello?
That's okay,
I
I'll
need
make
to
it.
Alexander
I'm made of wood.
Severov. That's exactly. So I finally get to see you. Yes, you really do look like a messenger of sorrowful times. In any case, welcome to The Rod. Our meeting is quite significant in a way. Facing the changes with open eyes and taking their first blow is my duty. Do you think we're on the verge of an especially unhappy era? No grim events has clouded our existence since last summer. The country has cured its war wounds, commercial communications have been repaired, astrologists expect nothing ill. Do you hold astrologist opinion in high regard? Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to? I am a ruler. Astrology can be very curious, but I cannot allow it to influence my decisions. I have to act according to factual circumstances. Wouldn't you agree? I definitely would
The
agree.
outcome was to be expected, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Simon was doomed.
All right, thank you. So you've come to meet with Simon, have you? Haven't you? What can I do for you? I was actually invited by Isidor, so I came to meet with him first and foremost. But now that it turns out, do you have any weapons? Who are the people? Nothing now. Yeah, we're going to... Turns out, bad things happen. He's been murdered. Yes, looks like the murderer is always one step ahead of you, doesn't it? The same one that took Simon's life, too. At least that's the conclusion suggested by the information at my disposal. Same pattern, same signature. Were there any traces? Look, I haven't been there myself. I'm quite content with interrogating suspects, especially since we already know who we're after. You can join the hunt, by the way. I can describe his features. Who is it then? You wouldn't believe it. His own son. The fellow came back after being away for quite a while. His father had sent him to study surgery when he was but a greenhorn. Quite a lot he has learnt, huh? A wandering scholar turned evil to the bone. All of that just to grab the inheritance. All right, here's the time I guess I get to come clean. This is not the first episode. I started playing that dude, his son, in the first playthrough, and everyone punched me to death, and it was so annoying. I started over and played the Bachelor, so I know he is in fact not the killer, but that's spoilers. But I'm gonna have to play that way. So how did you figure that out? In all honesty, it's hard to explain to an outsider like you. Do you believe in things like clairvoyance? I want to say, like, yes, I've been thought of it. Yeah. In this world, why not? Well, you should get to know my wife then. Or better yet, those who have already had opportunities to witness the power of her prophecies. Former doubters, first and foremost. Rationalist. She's got something to say to you too, by the way. So your wife's called out Isidor's son specifically. She's the bad person that made me get punched in the face so much. Not specifically, no, but it all adds up. And the circumstances of Simon's death make you wonder too. Isidor's son arrived here last night. The timing speaks against him. It even matches the time it takes to get from the Crucible to Isidor's house. That's not enough. There are very few good analysts in our town. Everyone is more or less superstitious here, except for one Yulia Lyuricheva. Perhaps a most level-headed and reasonable person. The only person who remains skeptical about Katerina's talents, too. Without a shadow of doubt, she has her own picture of events. She always does. What is this, Yulia? Who do you mean, who is this? She came here with an engineering team when the town was being rebuilt. Did logistics or maybe communications, not sure. They said she's a true expert in her field. Smart, yes, a polymath. Then the team left, but she stayed. She has my respect, but not my fondness. Yeah, I'm going to speak to her. Oh, she's only a short jaunt and a hop, skip, and a jump across a river. And we're all good. Let's quickly do that. I want to meet this Yulia. Alright, it looks like we're here. Let's quickly come in here and chat with this nice lady. Nice lady. Where are you? Oh, hello, Yulia.
What?
What? I seem to have lost any capacity for observation. My mind is out of tune. Things no longer add up. Before I had trouble forming a trustworthy tessellation out of the most imperceptible contingencies. Now I simply cannot get my head around it. Could it be that I am dying? That probably happens when you haven't slept for a while. Oh no, Herba trevina is in blossom. I grant you, but then it blooms every year. Every year the steppe is filled with this stupefying vapors. The issue I'm having, however, has nothing to do with fatigue or perplexity. It's just that I have lost my ability to make distinctive events coincide. What herb is that? No matter what pre-natural traits the locals ascribe it to, Twire is all heady aroma, a bunch of superstitions and remarkable little else. It has psychoactive properties after a fashion, but then so does simple wormwood. Visions caused by ingestion of belladonna or jimson weed are much more fascinating than what Tyria has to offer. It's a pity I'm not a botanist. So, you have traveled all the way here only to find that both people you wanted to see were brutally murdered. Yes, that's exactly it. Is that how the story goes? I do hope that your visit is not in any way related to these most unfortunate circumstances. I have to find whoever killed Isidor and Simon. I want to ask your help. Told me you have a gift for all manner. I doubt I can do it on my own. What do you make of all this? I've yet to meet anyone who got me in the slightest way. Do you like... What is that? Let's gossip a little bit, you know? There's a couple murders, but let's have a little chit-chat. What do you think about this lady while we're talking behind her back? No, we gotta find the murderer. I'm certainly no better investigator than you. I never had a chance to search for a murderer before. The best I can offer is to fill in the blanks with whatever mysterious supernatural entities seem most fitting. Shabnakadir is the simple man's scarecrow. I would have followed a different narrative. What kind of narrative? Consider the circumstances of his death. They say Simon had locked himself up in the evening and consequentially died in the morning inside the mansion, in a chamber with some peculiar name. Yeah, I don't want to know about the Shabnakadir. In this case, I would suggest that Simon was poisoned by the Kains. I would have thought, but I know their family all too well. Their mutual loyalty is only rivaled by their arrogance towards anyone who is not one of them. They hold the princely sage who stands at the head of their family in the highest esteem. They believe that a single dishonorable act will tarnish their name for generations to come. I doubt any of them would have stooped to this, no matter whether they wanted to or not. But did they want to do it, I mean? How did you arrive at this conclusion? I don't believe you understand what he died in focus really implies. Do you know what the Kains refer to as focus? You don't seem to grasp the semantics of the term. These are the Kains for you. These kinds of innuendos are their forte. Well, okay, what is the focus? The focus is anything but an abstraction. Quite the opposite, in fact. It is governed by mathematically rigid regularities. You see, no one but the owner of a focus may get inside. This can only mean that Simon had brought the killer with him, or rather within him, since no physical object may be brought into the focus either. What is the focus? It's like a... How do you know that? Who doesn't? The Kains are notoriously passionate about all manner of synthetic anomalies. They will never pass up the opportunity to devise a construct that would allow them to warp space, challenge physics, or manipulate optics. Metaphysically, a focus can be compared to a camera obscura. Do note that the name is not unfitting. No, it is entirely impossible for someone to get inside. His bones were broken. How did someone get in there to find his dead body? Alright, I'm just worried that these are going to start having consequences. Is that so? Well, this does introduce a different perspective. Did you say Isidor was the last person to see Simon? The question is, who did he see before? The sun had not yet set when Isidor returned from the steppe. However, he came to Simon well after midnight. The question naturally arises, where did he spend the missing few hours? That's why I'm trying to get it. Was Isidor seen by Saparov by any chance? He was. He warned them of a thing. Alright, let me suggest that while he was in the steppe, he saw or learned something that he wanted to report to all three ruling families. In this case, either of the Olgimsky family should have been on his itinerary. Especially since Burakh was one of their own men. Really? Definitely, the Bulb Project, from the abattoir to the railway, is controlled by the Olgimsky family. If Isidor's discovery had anything at all to do with the kin, Isidor would have certainly related to Vlad. So do make sure to pay a visit to the Lump. That's the name of Olgiminsky's mansion, the Lump. Awesome. Another fitting name, wouldn't you agree? Thank you, Yulia. What would I do without you? And we're heading to the Lump. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. We're going to head outside and then we are going to leave. We're going to sign up. I think that's enough for today. What's the time, is it? Oh, it's 9:45 on day 1. This is going to be a much longer series, I'm guessing. Alright. So, I will let you guys go. This is the Game Guru signing off. Have a good one.